Hello, hello, hello. Hi, Libras. How have you been doing? Have you been going through it? Have you been experiencing upgrades in your life? What's happening? So, we have had all of that lovely Aries energy kind of just pulling on us and saying, hey, what is it that you need for yourself? What is going on for yourself? What do you need to develop for yourself? How do you dig and lean deeper into what your wants and your desires are? So, have you been doing that? Or have you just been feeling a little bit frustrated because it seems like in order to do that, you're going to have to establish better boundaries and tell more people no? And that's not always the most fun thing for you, especially because you might have no issue doing that, but the response you get from people can be very frustrating because they can be sometimes very accepting of that and then not actually follow through with it. Like they tell you, yes, of course, I will respect your boundaries. And then they just like do the exact opposite. Or they might be like, what do you mean? Why are you changing up? Why are you acting funny? Why are you being different? And that's when you have to stand your ground and really say, like, these are what my wants and my needs are. And this is what is going to have to happen for us to continue in this relationship, in this partnership. This is what I'm going to need to sign this contract with you for the next year, or to lease the space with you, or to do whatever I'm doing that's working together. So be in that space. Stand strong, my Libras. I love you so much. Stand strong. Also, Venus is kind of pulling some things from us. If you have any Scorpio placements, Virgo placements, Aquarian placements, you'll be feeling that Jupiter, Uranus conjunction in the sign of Taurus that's coming up. If you have any Pisces placements, you might have been experiencing that lovely shift through Saturn going through Pisces, making things a bit more serious, making us ground into our dreams and our desires and things of that nature, and actually saying, hey, if we're going to do this, then we got to do this. We can't keep compromising. We got to actually put our money where our mouth is. So there's quite a bit going on astrologically. You might be feeling the impact of that, Libra, especially just because you have so much going on that would be happening in opposition to Aries. And you also had that lunar eclipse that happened at the end of March that was in 5 degrees for your sign. So there's just a lot happening. There's a lot going on. But take a deep breath. We're about to take a look at your money. So we're going to start with our entrepreneurs, then we're going to go ahead and head over to our people who work with and for other people. So hit that subscribe button and let's get started. So entrepreneurs, ooh, is that the Lover? That's the Tower. Oh, the Tower in reverse. My goodness. Okay. So there perhaps may be no big revelations. The way I've started interpreting the Tower, especially when it comes up in reverse, is that like for you to get an understanding, for you to get that big insight, for you to get that revelation, you don't need things to fall apart anymore. You have gone to the point where you're able to understand like, oh, I need to change things around without it being like destruction and terror and horrible things and like, oh, lost my job, car stopped working, somebody died, breakup happening, stuff like that. Now it's like oh, this is not right. Something's a little off. What do I need to take a look at? For my entrepreneurs, we have a 10 of Wands, a King of Pentacles. You've been working really hard. You've been taking on a lot of responsibilities. You're doing the work to get where you want to be. And it's working out successfully. You need to continue to follow your intuition. You need to be very strong. That's that strength card. We have the 2 of Wands. It may feel like your choices are kind of limited right now, especially when it comes to your passions, when it comes to what it is you'd like to pursue. Let's see what else we get. Okay, but we get the 9 of Pentacles, but just keep going. Just keep moving in that direction. Just keep doing the work that you're doing. There's no need for sudden changes right now. There's no need. So perhaps the thing is that because the energy is kind of intense and because you are seeing the success in this area, you might feel tempted to want to switch things up. You might feel tempted to be like, ooh, let me expand, or let me go do this now. Let me go try to do that. And it's like, no. Stay where you are. Keep putting in the energy here. Keep working and getting that confirmation that you're on the right path. This is not the time to try to switch things up. This is not the time to give up and give in. This is the time to keep going. This is the time to keep excelling. This is the time to keep moving forward. It is not time for big changes. The revelation is to maybe settle in a bit and go hard. Continue to go hard where you are until you fully get that moment of of success that you're looking for. The mastery of this energy of pentacles, of the material realm, leads into this space where you find this joy, where you find this peace, where you find this connection to your sun, to your heart, to your intuition, and knowing the path that you need to be going. We have two Leo signs here. We have the Strength card, which is Leo. We have the Sun card, which is the ruler of Leo. We have a lot of Leo energy here. So either getting some help from Leos or feeling very connected to Leos. If you're like me, I have a Leo moon, and understanding how it is that this idea of being able to stand up for yourself, but champion others, take this on, this role of leadership, take on this space where you're understanding that like, oh, I can enjoy what it is that I do. I don't have to let my life fall apart around me. I can make wise choices and I can get the recognition I deserve for that. We do have you ending though with the Six of Chalices. So this April to May may leave you at the end of May kind of looking back at this situation and thinking like, okay, like I'm feeling really good and I've really enjoyed this. This was a really nice like month for me. But, you know, am I being naive? Am I being too foolish? The Sun card and the Six of Chalices is kind of saying that it's like, oh my goodness, like, is this real? It's giving that kind of vibe. Like, is this real? And in the next progression to the Seven of Cups would be like, okay, well, should I expand? Should I do something else now? Should I try to bring in this area? It's like you kept yourself from spreading yourself too thin from the month of April to May. And now it's like at the middle of May, you might be feeling that like, ooh, okay, should I try to do something a little bit different? Should I try to like grow this a little bit more? You'll need to wait until you get to that point. But right now is not the time for big changes. Right now is not the time for you to switch things up. Right now is not the time, especially if you're doing really well, for you to be like, okay, let me go and bring in this like secret extra thing I've always wanted to do that's kind of in alignment, but not really in alignment, that will further scatter your energy. You have too many things on your plate already. 10 of Wands. You're finally getting to this space where you're feeling much more confident and much more sure of yourself and what you're doing in your business. You need to follow your intuition and follow that path. And when these opportunities come up, say, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Now is not the time for me to pursue these things. Or if there is a choice that needs to be made, the choice will be very clear. It will be one that brings you peace financially. It will be one that compensates you financially well. It will be one that recognizes your gifts and your talents. And you will not feel like you're being naive in your approach to things or that you should have made a different choice in the past. You will feel stability, safe, and sure. Okay? So that's for my entrepreneurs, for the Libras that work with and for someone else. All right, you have an Eight of Chalices. Time to move on, Libras. Yeah, Death card. Yeah, there's an ending coming in. So you may be ready to advance. You may be ready to get a new job. This time in this space or this time working on this project may have come to an end. And now you're changing your perspective. You may be exploring some new options, thinking about maybe some new fields to go in. You're taking some time to reflect. You're taking some time to be really quiet and go within, especially perhaps about like this space that, you know, I always say Eight of Chalices, Eight of Cups energy does not mean that it was a bad situation or it was a horrible work environment. It was a place where you were being emotionally or, you know, systemically tortured and things like that. It just means that it wasn't your 10 of Cups and you deserve your 10 of Cups. And we should never stay in a situation that is our 8 of Cups that will not progress to a 10 of Cups. If there is a place where you could be more, just 10% happier, you should be moving towards that instead of staying where you are and settling. This is an energy of do not settle, 8 of Cups. And so there is an ending that does need to take place. There's some changes that need to be happening and there's some shifts in the ways that you need to be thinking about things. And that's going to come with you going within and taking some time to yourself to reflect. You have a Queen of Wands here, which is getting back to your passions, feeling more self-assured, feeling more confident, feeling more just excited about life in general. A Knight of Chalices, going after your passions. When you release this feeling in this space of settling of, oh, it's okay. Nah, it's all right. You know, I am not unhappy, but you don't feel happy. You don't get up in the morning and you're excited to go. And there's many circumstances where and there's many people who stay in jobs where they never feel excited about, but they're okay. They're neutral. They're not stressed out or anything like that. But if you're stressed, If you're feeling that dissatisfaction, if you recognize that you're settling, you recognize you could be just 10% happier, 10% more emotionally fulfilled, 10% more creative somewhere else. It's time to let that go and move forward. And when you get back into that fire, take this break. You need to take a break. If you have vacation time, which would be more for sports, but everything here is either, and I'm not a component of just being like, quit your job. So I'm not going to say that. So I'm going to say, take a break. Because this energy is giving quitting, but I'm not going to tell you that, especially if you don't have something lined up or you have a way of taking care of yourself and you have responsibility. So I'm just going to say, take a break, take some downtime, take some time to reflect and to renew your spirit. And when you take that time, that's when that fire is going to be lit up inside of you. When you do the things that you do just by yourself that just make you so happy and so fulfilled, and you just feel such peace. That's going to get you back into that Queen of Wands, and you're going to realize that fire's been missing. You're going to realize that that joy and that happiness has been missing. And then you're going to feel like, I need to go after that. I need to chase this feeling down instead of settling for something that, it's okay. And that's going to bring an end of the stress and the overthinking that's been happening, that's been keeping you from advancing. You actually got 2 cards as your outcome. You have a lot of major arcana going on here, Libras. You have the Devil card, and the Devil card is all about temptation, unhealthy habits, spaces that you're staying in. It's giving that you settle a lot, or that you recognize that there are spaces where you can do better, be happier, be more satisfied, and you don't do that. Or you fully just like chuck things and say, I'm just on my way out. But it's time to look at those unhealthy habits. It's time to look at those spaces, and it's time to have a new beginning. Let this end. Let this settling in. Let this staying in this place because it's okay end. Let yourself be more. Okay? All right. So Libras, that's it for you. If you would like a personal tarot reading, if you'd like to work with me one-on-one to identify blockages, work with your archetypes, find your shadow and commune with it. If you like a personal transit reading to look at how the current placement of the planets are impacting your natal chart, I have that available as well. So go ahead, check out the site. Leave me a comment down below. If you work with and for someone else, like, where are you feeling this need to let something end in order for you to expand and find more happiness? And if you work for yourself, like, congratulations. I'm really loving this energy for you. Trust yourself, believe in yourself, keep going. Okay, y'all. I will see y'all later, Libras. Bye-bye.